Now the another one is very simple, which is Control F, finding something. Let's say I press Control F and I want to find the directory word. I click on dir and I find all the directory. Now you see little two options here, A and B. If you click on both of them, that means it will try to find exactly with case sensitive whether you have underscore or not, space or not, whether D, I are capital or small. See, it did not match because right now it is a subdirectory, but here we are writing dir only, so it will not match. So if you write subdir, it will match, but if you write R, it will not match. So this is a static matching actually, and if you unselect them, you can find anything you want. Even it will match the substring such as dir. But now let's say you want to find a specific variable used in the whole project. How do you do that? For that, let's see, I want to see where I have used these databases. So what you can do, I just click on it and I press Ctrl Shift F. Now what it does, instead of finding in a file which is Ctrl F, which only finds in the current opened file, Ctrl Shift F finds in whole project. So if you have, let's say like hundreds of files, you just select that variable or anything and press Ctrl Shift F and the whole search menu will appear. And even if you do not search it, you can just press Ctrl Shift F and it will open. It will be empty. You can write anything. I can write database. See, it found in .env file and settings file. I can click here, I can go here. I click here and I go here. So that is another one. Now another useful feature is selecting multiple lines at the same time. So let's say I want to add all of this as an admin. I don't want to keep this. I want to change all of this to admin at once. How do I do that? So by default, when you press Control and mouse click, you can go to that module or package. But you can change this by going to selection and switch to Control click for multi-cursor. When I click here, now when I press Control and mouse click, it overrides the previous function or previous shortcuts. And now you see, I can Control click, 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 click. Oh, sorry. And then what I can do, I can write everything. And it works like this too, like see. And when I delete, you can write anything at all. But this feature is not by default given. You have to go to selection and click on it. Now you see it's switched to alt click for multi-cursor. So now if I click anything, it won't work because I have switched the option. And if I click on now Control click, it goes to directory. It goes to library packages where I have imported from. But by default, you can click on Alter and mouse click because in selection you see switch to Control click and switch to Alter click for multi-cursor. So for multi-cursor, you can use by default Alter mouse key or Control mouse key, but it will override the previous shortcut. Now another one is very simple yet very helpful is copy and paste. I know you can say I can copy and paste it here, but that's like you just copy, you go to the end of the line, you press enter and go. But what if you have to copy this whole line and just paste it 10 times? So what you can do, you can just put cursor anywhere in the whole line if you want to copy the whole line, and then you just press Ctrl C, it is copied. So I put anywhere in this line, I just press Ctrl C and then I press Ctrl V. See, that's it, Ctrl V. You don't have to do Ctrl C V C V C V. It's just that you put cursor anywhere on the line, you just press Ctrl C, it is copied the whole line, and then Ctrl V as many times as you want and it will copy. With everything, like with comma too, see? So you don't have to select the small things. Now another one is finding the line number. You might have faced a problem where there are 1000 lines of code in a one file. Sometimes you remember, okay, this is 538th line and you don't want to scroll so down because it is 135 and still, you don't want to scroll every time. So what you can go from here, or you can just remember Control G. Control G directly says that you give me the number of the line and I will take you there. So I type 133 and enter, and it takes my cursor to there directly. So what you can do, if you have a very long file consisting of thousands of lines of code, you just remember the line number and just use Ctrl G, 100, enter, and it will take you to the 100th line. You will find this shortcut very helpful when you have a large file consisting code. Another shortcut is, this is very useful because since we are Python developer or any kind of developer, we use terminal a lot. But in VS Code, you go here, click on a new terminal, and then it opens up, you type something, run server, fine. But the thing is, you have to close it again, you have to open it, and it sucks, to be honest. So what you can do, you can use two shortcuts for this, either Control J or Control tilde. They are used for opening and closing. So I can open using Control tilde and I can close using Control tilde. I can use Control J for opening and for closing as well. So this is very useful. You will find it very well, because let's say I am exploring this file, but this is kind of annoying, I don't have to drag and down and do this. So I can just press Control J or Control tilde, and that's it. And if I want it, I can just do it this way. So Control tilde is very useful. Another one is Control slash. So Control slash splits your code or file into different windows, small windows. So let's say I'm in a settings.py and I press Control slash. It splits my settings.py here. Now you might say, what is the use of this? So let's say this is a very large file. This is a very large file, like 1000 lines of code. You want your code from 500 to 515. These 15 lines of code just to analyze or use somewhere else. So what you can do, you can just drag file there, different file. You just copy from here, paste it here. Simple. Okay. Otherwise, and if you want to use the same code in the same file, you just press Control slash and the same file is splitted into two small windows. So you just copy here, you go here and paste it wherever you want. It might be helpful one way or the other way. And the last shortcut, it might be useful, it might not be useful. Control B and gone. Control B. So sometimes you might want to analyze, let's say, two files side by side. Okay. But the window is very small, like the line has wrapped. So you want, now I want to see the whole line. Either you can just do this, zoom out or zoom in, but you can press Control B and you get more window to see. So I hope guys you like this, you liked all these shortcuts and you will use these shortcuts in your projects. All the shortcuts are listed down in the comment section, and let me know which shortcut you liked from this video, and if you have any other shortcuts that you have been using it for a while and which I haven't added into this video, please let me know. I want to use in my projects too. So thank you very much. Like, share and subscribe.